Yeah, I don't know what happened. It got cut off. So you guys come back in if you can. Um, that's weird. I don't know if I should start that all over what I said before, but I'm gonna go from here. Start over with the meditation. Good morning, meditation pages. I do my I'm repeating it for people that just have seen this for the first time. I do my 3 days of morning pages. 1, 2, 3 pages of free writing. It doesn't have to have punctuation or anything like that. It can just be free writing, right? So back to this affirmation. As artists, when human powers fail us, we turn to the great creator for help. We must surrender our sense of isolation and despair and open ourselves to the spiritual help we frequently experience as unexpected inner strength. Let me be clear about one thing. Artists at all levels experience adversity. Some of us quite publicly, right? And some of us painfully privacy. One way or another, bad colleagues, bad reviews, we fall off the horse. It is a spiritual law that no loss is without meaning in all of creation. In my experience, an artist's anguished prayers are always answered by the great creator. Even as we sob to the fates, and rightly, I cannot go on, we are going on. When you say I can't go on, you're actually still going on. Nothing ever stops. And we are going on with spiritual assistance. Something is stirring that means we are already going on. Yeah, there's no such thing as stopping. I can't go on from here. Well, you actually saying I can't go on is doing something. You're actually always moving, always. Okay, we're up to 2 minutes. Always, the earth is always spinning. The circulating. The moon is always. Earth is always turning around, and then the moon is going around the earth, and the earth is always going around the sun. And once we're born and we take our first breath, we never stop until we don't hear and go to the next level. But that's a whole nother story. So the title of my good morning meditation is my experience with Michael K. Williams, whose birthday was, I believe, on Thanksgiving, and then I'll talk to you about my audition later on today on BIGO Live. Michael K. Williams' birthday, and I've been thinking about him for quite some time since he passed away, because time goes so quickly. It seems like things happen and we get all bent out of shape, and then a couple of days go by, and then a week or whatever go by, and that storyline tends to go on the back burner, and it's like hold on. It's like, it's just like, it seems like people forget so quick, like you have to come on my live one day so I can interview you and all about what you do. Yeah, sure, Jay. You let me know when. And you can come on mine too. In fact, you can come on right now if you want. You want to come on here with me? Let me know. Ask for requests. So Michael K. Williams. Okay. So when I came out of college in 92, one of the first jobs I got was, or that I wanted to get, that I focused on getting, was to work at the National Black Theater, right? Everybody who was black and their mama wanted to do a play at the National Black Theater. And I came to the National Black Theater with my headshot and my resume and my 4 years of experience at the Department of Theater and Dance, and I knew that I was the shit, and I met Tunde Samuels, who was the artistic director of the National Black Theater at the time, and I would go in there and humbly asked for a part in audition. I never got anything. He was just like, keep coming back. And then finally, at some point, I got a small role, which I say there are no such things as small roles. If you're in the show, be it the lead or the supporting player or an extra, you're a part of the bigger picture. You're just as important as everybody else on that stage. So I always went about any show or any sort of role that I take, be it a few lines or a big monologue, I put in the same work. So this particular character, TJ, was a pivotal partner in the show, Endangered Species, but it was a small part according to what people would see on the outside. But I was like excited to get it. It was my first show at the National Black Theater. I was at the National Black Theater. I was on the playbill. I was getting a check literally every week to have fun on the stage. And what would happen, as with any show, roles are rotated. If the show is picked up for additional weeks, the actors, either working or not working out in a role, will get replaced by, new actors, or people's contracts will be up and they will go on to what they're doing and new actors will come in. And so you would oftentimes see actors that wanted to play your role come into the theater to see the show, to shoot their shot, right? To get in the show. And oftentimes, if you were being considered for the show, Tunde would send you to see the show and then say, is this something you could do? So, right. So you'd be watching, your competition would be watching you, right? So I'm playing TJ and I'm just like, wow, I think we were doing 16 shows or 4 weeks or something like that. It was decent money at the time. It was one of a couple of different deals I was doing. And I was excited about it. I still have the playbill to this day. And I was going to just ride this out. I was going to play this role and turn out these 3 lines or 4 lines or 3 scenes or whatever it was. And after the first week, I saw somebody in the front row. I didn't know what he was there for, but come to find out, he was there to take over my role of TJ. And that person was Michael K. Williams. He was sitting in the front row watching Endangered Species. Yeah, what's up, Jay? You want to come on? I never saw it, Uncle. Oh, it was a play. Jay, I'll tell you all about it. So he's watching the show, and I'm thinking, no, I'm under contract to do this show. I'm having fun at this show. I'm excited about being in the playbill, having my name on in the thing, and yeah, I'm gonna get it together, right? So you just never know how good you're doing or not doing. It could be a lot of different factors that make them fire you or whatever. So I was doing a good job, but Michael K. Williams had this obvious sort of energy and look about him because of the scar, right? And this character of TJ was the quote unquote bad guy. He was the person that comes in and threatens to just turn the whole place out. Be it, like he was ready to blow up the joint, for lack of better terms. And I definitely have a angst about me and an edge to me. Sent requests, I have a few minutes. Sent requests, I have a few minutes. Okay, how do I do that? Let me see. Bring Jay on camera. So I could tell this story to my nephew if he comes on, adding. So where was I at? Oh, and Gerard is there. Okay, what's up, Gerard? What's up? So anyway, so he comes in and he blows up the joint. He has a gun and he's like, I'm gonna kill him and all of that. And I was giving I was doing good in the role, but like if physically I don't look as intimidating as Michael. did, which is interesting, right? Because Michael looks intimidating, but in real life, he I'm not saying this in a literal sense, but he was soft spoken. He was like really sweet. I would call him a sweetheart, like a nice guy. And it's hard to be competitive or angry with somebody that's so nice. And he was so suited for this role. So Tunde realized that there was a little bit of a battle going on between me and Michael. And so what he said was, yeah, Jay, heard from people I know that was just the role he played. Yeah. I'm trying to add you on, Jay. It's saying that it's adding, so I guess you have to take it if you want to come on camera. And okay, so Michael's out there watching me do my thing. People tried to use his roles as who he really was. He definitely was not Omar from The Wire. He was not any of these characters that, people stereotype him as. He was really a really cool guy, which is, I'm going to get more into the story. So this live may be a little bit longer, but it's okay. So I'm watching him watch me, and I'm thinking, I'm showing this Negro how to take over my part. I felt some type of way. And I was kind of upset with Tunde, and I definitely was looking at Mike with the side eye. Like, bitch, you ain't getting my part. You know what I mean? I don't care if it's a line and a half. You're not getting you're not getting this. And it was coming from a selfish place. Come on, man. Nobody wants to, especially if they're having a good time, to give up their role. So I kind of let it be known, like, listen, I don't know, whatever your issue is with me playing TJ, please let me just finish out the contract. And then, if the show goes on, let Mike come in if he thinks it's a fit for him. And the problem with that approach is, who knows if the show is going to be picked up for another run or not. And the way the show gets picked up for another run is for it to be a great show every single night. So I guess they felt TJ could be played better by Michael K. Williams. So I wasn't letting go that easy. Oh, hell no. So being the professional that I am, and how the system worked at the National Black Theater at the time, professionally, if you get, not renewed in the contract, or you're being asked to leave the show, you're kind of obligated, not in a literal sense or contractually, but you kind of have to show the new actor the ropes, or like what the role is, what the blocking is, just as you would show an understudy. So you can say he was coming in as an understudy, but you would show them what the blocking is, what the line. You would have to work with them, and that's the professional thing to do. But I never really spoke about this, so I felt a little salty. So after I did the show, it was like the second week of a 4-week contract. I was introduced to Michael, and at first I was intimidated because this scar that went from here straight down his face, and I was like, yeah, he probably would be a better TJ, just on how he looked, and his turn on, his intensity was crazy. So people tried to use it wrong. So I was introduced to him, and he was like, yeah, soft spoken. He was like, oh my God, he was very complimentary. He was like, yo, you're really turning out that role. I never imagined that it was like, that you could do, this, that, and the other with, such a, he didn't say a little role, but he was like, oh, I would, I'm just so honored to to do it. If you could show me what's up. I'm not trying to take your job or whatever, but like, this is what it is. And like, I really appreciate you showing me. And it was the tone, and it was his attitude that I immediately in that moment said, I can either resist what is about to go on and try to not be resistant to helping him. Connection failed. Okay, what's going on? Okay. Or I can be the professional in the situation and just communicate and really set him up to be successful. And so I said, okay, Mike, nice to meet you. He said, I'm Michael K. Williams, and and showing him the ropes and stuff like that. I realized that he was such an eager actor. At the time, he was already kind of successful with dance. He was in dance videos and choreography. I guess he had done, concerts and stuff with Crystal Waters at the time. So he had a little bit of a name, but he had absolutely no experience with theater. So long story short, we became fast friends at the time because I initially wanted to be mad at this Negro for coming in and taking my part. And he was just so humble about it. And he was like, I don't want to take the part, but I want to have the opportunity, which any actor would do, right? If I had the opportunity to take the part from somebody else, I'm going to do it. But the way the National Black Theater worked is it was more of a community of family. Like, okay, listen, you're moving on from this role. This guy is going to take over the role. There's something else for you in the future. So what ended up happening is that because there was this little bit of a chemistry or whatever between Michael's take on TJ and my take on TJ, Tunde Samuels decided not to fire me, to keep me on and bring Michael on. And we played TJ. I would play TJ on one day and he would play it on the next day. And it gave this sort of different take on the story. So people would see, if the people saw the show on Wednesday, let's say I did the matinee, the 2:00 show, Mike would do the 8:00 show. And it was a win-win because not only did I get to continue out the contract for the 4 weeks, but the last 2 weeks, I got to show Mike the ropes on his first acting role. And, show him the blocking, this, that, and really see the natural gifted talent that he had. And I would do my role. He would come and watch me. And then I would come in the evening and I would sit in the audience and watch him do TJ. And we would try to do it, better than the next one. And the audience didn't know the difference because they didn't know. All they know is what they saw that night. So if they saw Mike as TJ, that's all they knew. But the Tunde and the rest of the cast knew it was a little bit of a competition going on. And at any rate, we finished the show. He did one show, I did one show. I don't know, did I not get paid what I was initially supposed to be paid? I think it cut into my paycheck. The nights that I didn't play, the shows I didn't play, I didn't get paid. Mike got my goddamn money. Excuse my French. So I lost a week of work, and money is money, right? But I gave it, listen, it worked out well because we ended up being connected, since that time. I didn't see him often, but whenever I saw him or ran into him, he was the same old Mike from National Black Theater. Just a nice guy, you know what I mean? And real, and all of his issues that he had, he definitely, if you knew him and spoke to him, he would definitely share his demons and his past experience. He told me about how he got the scar, and I just listened to him. I was like, wow, man, like, okay, listen, where I'm at as far as supporting artists, it's like, if I believe you have a gift or a talent, I'm going to definitely wish you well and pray for you and do whatever I can. Oftentimes, it's just encouragement to be like, yo, you can do this, like just one step at a time, one show at a time. And he was like, okay, I'm going to do this. I want to be an actor, and I'm going to do the best I can do with this role of TJ. And he did. And he went on to do, as you guys know, The Wire and all the movies and the HBOs and the this and the that and the other. Okay, so that's my Michael K. Williams story. We was off to a little bit of a rough start. I had technical issues. I got to make sure I don't have that when I do my audition this afternoon for my show on BIGO Live. It's going down. I'm going to be auditioning for the new platform, BIGO Live, today at 3:00. I'll probably be live streaming it. And if I get it, I guess I'll be on that platform if they like me. So stay tuned for that and wish me well with my audition for BIGO Live. I'm thinking the name of my show is going to be JDH Hunt for Love, or The Hunt for Love. Yeah, The Hunt for Love show on BIGO. The Hunt for Love show on BIGO. What do you think about that? All right, take care. God bless.